The house is quiet, a silent sentinel standing guard over its sleeping inhabitants. The darkness drapes over it like a comforting blanket, shielding it from the outside world. Inside, the air is still, holding its breath as the night deepens. It's the kind of stillness, a profound hush, that descends only when the majority of the world is lost in dreams. The kind of quiet that amplifies the smallest sounds, turning them into significant events. That settles over a suburban street long after midnight. Street lamps cast pools of light, illuminating empty sidewalks and deserted roads. The houses stand in a row, each a dark and silent box, holding secrets within. Outside, a fox slips across a dew-kissed lawn, a fleeting shadow in the darkness. It moves with a silent grace, a creature of the night, perfectly adapted to this world of shadows and whispers. The wind whispers through the leaves of an old oak, a rustling symphony that only the night can truly appreciate. The branches sway gently, as if dancing to a silent tune. A floorboard creaks upstairs, a subtle reminder of the house's age and its history. It's a sound that speaks of settling foundations and the weight of years. These are the lonely sounds of deep night, rarely heard by waking ears, often dismissed as tricks of the imagination. They are the secrets the night confides only to those who listen closely. In a small bedroom, a pair of eyes are wide open, reflecting the faint light that filters through the window. They are alert, observant, taking in the world with an unwavering gaze. Ilara's. She sits upright in her bed, bathed in the soft glow of the moon, a silent observer in the heart of the night. She is not afraid, not waiting for something to happen, simply awake, fully present in the stillness, embracing the quiet solitude of the night. For Ilara, night is just a quieter, darker continuation of the day, a seamless transition from one state of being to another. There is no separation, no distinct boundary between the two. The hum of the refrigerator, a constant, low-frequency drone, and the distant rumble of a train mark the hours, each sound a tiny punctuation mark in the long sentence of the night. They are the metronome of her wakefulness. She lies perfectly still, blending into the nocturnal silence, becoming one with the shadows and the quiet. The world believes everyone is asleep, lost in the oblivion of dreams, unaware of the secrets the night holds. But Ilara is a silent witness to its hidden life, a guardian of the nocturnal hours, observing the subtle movements and quiet dramas that unfold under the cloak of darkness. She traces the patterns of moonlight on her wall, a shifting tapestry of light and shadow, finding stories in the abstract shapes. Knows when the first bird will sing, anticipating the dawn chorus with a quiet sense of expectation. There is no fatigue, no yearning for sleep, no heavy eyelids begging for rest. Her mind is as clear as at midday, sharp and focused, ready to absorb and process the world around her. It's a strange existence lived in the margins of the day-night cycle, a twilight world where the rules of sleep and wakefulness don't apply. The world sleeps, and Ilara watches, a silent guardian, a watchful protector of the night. This is not insomnia, a restless tossing and turning, a desperate fight against the inevitable. There is no struggle, no desire for sleep, no longing for the comfort of oblivion. Her body does not crave it, there are no aches, no pains, no physical demands for rest. Her mind does not shut down, there is no mental fog, no inability to focus or concentrate. As dawn approaches, painting the sky with hues of pink and gold, her family stirs to a new day, yawning and stretching as they emerge from their slumber. For Ilara, it is simply the day continuing, another chapter in her ongoing story, a seamless transition from the quiet solitude of the night to the bustling activity of the day. Doctors reassured them, offering the standard explanations. Some children just need less sleep, that every child is different, and that her sleep patterns would likely normalize with age, but she never grew out of it. The sleepless nights persisted, stretching into years. The realization, the profound understanding of Alara's condition, came at age 5, a pivotal moment that would forever change their perspective. It happened during a thunderstorm, a night filled with dramatic displays of nature's power. Mark found her standing by the window, mesmerized by the flashes of lightning, completely unafraid of the roaring thunder. "What is sleeping?" she asked, her voice filled with genuine curiosity. She was genuinely confused, unable to grasp the concept of this nightly ritual that everyone else seemed to experience. He tried to explain, to put into words something so fundamental, so deeply ingrained in human experience. Closing your eyes, letting your body rest, entering a world of dreams and subconscious thoughts. She listened intently, her eyes wide with wonder, as if hearing about a magical land she could never visit, a realm forever closed off to her. In that moment, the family understood. The truth dawned upon them with startling clarity. Alara had never experienced sleep, not even for a single moment in her young life. Her life was a single, unbroken stream of consciousness, a continuous thread of awareness stretching from birth to the present day. The nights, for Alara, became her time for quiet hobbies, a sanctuary of solitude and creativity. Reading, devouring stories and expanding her knowledge, drawing, expressing her inner world through vibrant colors and intricate designs, building models, constructing miniature worlds with meticulous detail. They were living with a medical mystery, an enigma that defied conventional understanding. They had the girl who never slept, a child who existed outside the normal rhythms of human existence. The question was no longer how to make her sleep, a futile endeavor they had long abandoned, but why she couldn't, what biological or neurological mechanism prevented her from experiencing this universal human state. And so, their search for answers began, a journey into the unknown, driven by love, concern, and an unwavering determination to understand their extraordinary daughter. At 12 years old, Alara was a vibrant and curious child, full of energy and a thirst for knowledge. But unlike her peers, Alara had a secret, a condition that set her apart in a way no one could quite understand. Concerned and seeking answers, Alara's parents embarked on a quest for understanding, leading them to the doors of a renowned neurological institute. They hoped the specialists there could shed light on their daughter's unusual state. The doctors listened intently, their expressions shifting from professional attentiveness to utter disbelief, as Alara's parents recounted her story. A human who never sleeps? The very notion seemed to defy the fundamental laws of biology. It was an anomaly that challenged everything they knew about the human body and its need for rest. The first step, they knew, was to approach this extraordinary claim with scientific rigor. To verify the claim, to either confirm or debunk this seemingly impossible phenomenon. Alara was admitted to the institute for an extended period, a 2-week observation designed to meticulously monitor her every physiological function. Electrodes were carefully placed to measure her brain waves, capturing the electrical activity that would reveal whether she was truly entering the different stages of sleep. Sophisticated eye-tracking equipment monitored even the slightest movements of her eyes, searching for the telltale signs of REM sleep. EMG sensors tracked muscle activity, looking for the relaxation and twitches associated with sleep. Her heart rate and breathing patterns were continuously monitored, providing further clues to her state of wakefulness or rest. A dedicated team of technicians maintained a vigilant watch, scrutinizing the data streams for any indication, however subtle, of sleep. Each night that passed, the anticipation within the monitoring room grew, a mixture of scientific curiosity and disbelief hanging in the air. But night after night her brain waves remained stubbornly active, never once dipping into the slower, more rhythmic patterns characteristic of sleep. No REM sleep, the rapid eye movement phase associated with dreaming. No deep sleep, the restorative stage crucial for physical and mental recovery. And no microsleeps, those brief, involuntary moments of unconsciousness that even the most sleep-deprived individuals experience. Her mind, remarkably, remained calmly and consistently awake, showing no signs of fatigue or cognitive decline. For the entire 14-day period, her brain activity consistently mirrored that of a person in a fully alert and conscious state. After meticulously analyzing the vast amount of data collected, the results were undeniable, conclusive in their implications. Alara truly did not sleep, a fact that challenged the very foundations of sleep science. The medical team, a group of seasoned professionals, found themselves both humbled by the sheer uniqueness of the case and utterly fascinated by its implications. They had, against all expectations, validated the existence of a condition that, according to all known scientific principles, should simply not exist. The initial skepticism, the doubt that had clouded their minds, gradually dissipated, replaced by a sense of profound wonder and scientific curiosity. They realized they were no longer simply treating a patient with a rare condition, but studying a truly unique specimen, a living enigma that held the potential to unlock new understandings of the human brain and its capabilities. Alara's case defied the fundamental rules of life as they knew them, challenging the very notion of what it meant to be human. The initial verification was just the beginning. The real investigation, the quest to understand the underlying mechanisms behind Alara's sleeplessness, was only just beginning. Science now had a profound and perplexing mystery on its hands, a puzzle that demanded to be solved, a secret that yearned to be unveiled. To understand Alara's brain, scientists used advanced imaging. Functional MRI compared her brain activity day and night. In most people, brain activity shifts dramatically between wakefulness and sleep. Alara's scans were eerily consistent. Her brain was always alert. EEG showed only beta and alpha waves, never the slow waves of sleep. Her brain was simply on, with no cycles or dips. This raised a critical question. How was her brain restoring itself? Normally, the glymphatic system flushes toxins during deep sleep. In Alara, it seemed to work continuously at a low level. Her brain had developed a unique round-the-clock maintenance routine. She wasn't just sleepless, she was a living example of a different operating system. The implications for neuroscience were profound. Alara's brain was rewriting the rules. Scientists turned to Alara's circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock. They tracked her melatonin and cortisol levels. In most people, melatonin rises at night, signaling sleep. Alara's melatonin was almost non-existent. Her cortisol stayed steady. Her body was locked in a single, continuous state. No cycles, no rest. Her temperature, heart rate, and blood pressure barely fluctuated. She lived in perpetual biological daytime. Alara's condition forced science to reconsider the necessity of our internal rhythms. Was her body compensating in ways we couldn't yet understand? The search turned to Alara's DNA. Genome sequencing revealed no known sleep mutations. Comparing her DNA to her parents', scientists found a rare new mutation. It affected a neuropeptide receptor in the hypothalamus, key to alertness and sleep. The faulty receptor couldn't receive sleep signals. Her brain was permanently on. This discovery offered the first concrete biological explanation for her sleeplessness. Alara's mystery was now grounded in genetics. As Alara's story spread, speculation grew. Some saw her as an indigo child, a starseed, or a spiritual sentinel. Myths and legends resurfaced, sleepless monks, immortal watchers. Others questioned if sleep was truly necessary, or just a habit. Her family listened, but trusted science. Yet even they admitted, living with Alara sometimes felt like living with a touch of magic. For Alara, life without sleep means twice as many hours. She reads, creates art, learns languages, and explores the world in solitude. Her intellect and skills far exceed her years, but her unique schedule is isolating. She can never share sleepovers or lazy mornings. She observes rituals she'll never experience. This shapes her, calm, patient, quietly wise. Her parents worry about her future, work, relationships, connection. Alara faces these questions with acceptance. Her life is different, not less. She is learning to navigate a world built for those who sleep. Alara's story is a journey into a profound biological mystery. She challenges our assumptions about sleep and survival. Science has mapped her brain, tracked her hormones, and found a genetic clue. But the why remains philosophical. Alara's life, lived in double time, offers a vision of what humanity could be. Yet it also highlights the beauty of what she lacks, the shared rhythm of rest. She is more than a medical marvel, she is a mirror. In studying her, we learn about ourselves. Her sleeplessness illuminates the importance of sleep and connection. As science seeks answers, Alara simply lives, watching the world fall asleep and wake, a silent guardian of the dawn.